States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, the leaf pickup program. So due to large activity, the website is intermittently operating, more not operating than operating, but nonetheless. So there are a couple of options. We are encouraging everyone who's having problems to go to the St. Joe County website, fjcindiana.com, and on the main page, there's a place you can go that you can enter your contact information. So that way, in the event you're unable to reach the website or the phone number, then you can submit that information, and we are guaranteeing everyone who fills that form out will be given the early bird rate regardless of the number of people that do. So I will give this reminder at the end of the meeting as well. All right, first order of business, opening and reading of bids. First is S580-62516, small structure replacements. Item 1, S580, Inwood Road over Netsbazani Ditch. Mr. Sky.
This project will be both items 1 and 2. It'll include both of those. And we have 2 bids that were submitted. And the first bid submitted was from Northern Indiana Construction out of Mishawaka, Indiana, for the total of $638,610.35. And bid number 2 was submitted by HRP Construction out of South Bend, Indiana, for the total amount of $719,346.94. I request that these bids be accepted and turned over to the engineering department for review.
Were there any other bids submitted that were not read aloud? All right, are there any questions or comments from the board? If not, is there a motion?
A motion to approve these bids.
Second.
We have a motion to second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Sky. Next, FJC RDC 92101C, New Carlisle Broadband Expansion.
We had no bids submitted for that, so I would like to table that to do some follow-up and see why that may have been, because we were expecting to receive some bids on that.
Oh, wow.
Is there a motion to table?
So moved.
Mr. Commissioner Dieter.
Why didn't anybody bid on those?
I don't know, that's why I want to follow up, because I was
Okay.
expecting, there may have been we did have an addendum to push back the bid date, so I want to make sure that the information on that was correct. And so
Okay.
just, if we could table that a week.
There's been a whole bunch of work along 20. Does that correlate with this? Or is that a
We
different?
do have there's a federally funded broadband project that we have going on right now.
Okay,
This is a separate project from that, but there is work going on that other broadband project.
all right. Thank you.
Yeah, and I thought Bill Shalio was the one, and so I thought he might be here. Maybe he would present some of the bids, but
But there were no bids, so nothing to present.
Yeah.
So is there a motion?
is there a motion to table this? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Second that.
Motion is second. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is tabled.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sky. Next, moving on to reports and requests. First item is the accounts payable docket. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next is Employee of the Month. Due to a scheduling conflict, we are going to push this off for 2 weeks. So Counselor, do we need to do anything on the agenda or just
Nope.
skip it?
Just skip it.
All right, next we have settlement agreements. Mr. Barrister.
Peter J. Agostino, Deputy County Attorney with office at 131 South Taylor Street, South Bend, Indiana, 46601. So you have two agreements before you that come to you after some rounds of negotiation and a settlement mediation session. The first one is the Miltonberger case, which after a mediation with Judge Duffin, resulted in a tentative settlement agreement of $70,000. This was a case in which one of our county employees rear-ended a state vehicle, and Mr. Miltonberger was a state employee and incurred about $29,000 in bills and lost wages. And so we think this is a reasonable settlement, a little more than what we wanted to pay and quite a bit less than what the plaintiff was looking for. And I would ask for your approval. If there's any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Are there in fact any questions? Is there a motion?
A motion to approve this agreement.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. And the second agreement is one involving William Lee Davis Jr., who was a inmate at the St. Joseph County Jail, and he overstayed there a little bit longer than he should have, and it was brought to our attention by one of our local judges. He was released, but he spent 60 days longer in jail than he should have. And after much negotiation with a starting demand of $120-some thousand, we were able to reach a tentative agreement at $20,000. And I would recommend that. I think that's a very reasonable settlement for this particular case. And I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Are there in fact any questions?
Is that glitch been addressed by the county jail people that won't happen again?
I have been told that it has been. We do have one trailing case out there that I am negotiating on right now. But I think that with the glitch in the system, it has been, they put something in there to catch this, a tickler in the system that wasn't there before.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve this settlement agreement.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Moving on to the auditor. First time a grant request for local fiscal recovery funds, American Rescue Plan.
Morning, Mike Cammons, St. Joseph County Auditor with offices on the second floor. This is a kind of a formality to request the American Rescue Plan funds. As you know, that we're in line to receive roughly $52 million. On the 19th of May, we have already received $26 million of the 52. So this is just a formal request to receive those funds.
Questions or comments? Is there a motion?
A motion to approve this grant application request.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Secondly, grant request for emergency rental assistance, ERA 2.
Yes, as you're familiar with the initial round of the ERA money, we received about $8.1 million to help folks receive rental assistance and help with their utilities and whatnot. So that, thanks to the hard work of Corey Shipka and John Murphy, it's moving forward very well. Now there's a new batch of money coming, ERA 2. The grand total will be roughly $6.4 million. And we've already, as of the 11th of May, received about $2.5 million of that. So here we go. Now we just got to make sure we find folks to help.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
A motion to approve this grant application request for the emergency rental assistance.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Mike, I want to thank you for your work. I see Ms. Corey is on this call. What she's been able to manage over the last 12 months has been nothing short of amazing. So really appreciate her work, and it's going to continue for the next 2 or 3 years. And also very good to see Mr. John Murphy in the audience today. So John, good to see you. Thank you for everything you're doing with this as well. All right, Health Department requests approval of a joint funding agreement between the Health Department, County Surveyor, and the United States Department of the Interior. Amy.
Good morning, Amy Rupie, Administrator for the Department of Health with offices on the 8th and 9th floor of the County City Building. Before you is a request of support for a contract that we have with the United States Department of the Interior. Both the Surveyor's Office and the Department of Health each contribute $1,500 towards this contract.
Any questions or comments?
Did anybody see this contract? Make sure it's okay? Any attorney?
Yes, our
Says-
attorney. Yeah,
As in
our
the note
attorney
here,
has
Marcel
reviewed it.
Levin has reviewed it
Yeah,
and approved the agreement.
just want to make sure of that. It's okay.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
A motion to approve this contract.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Next, procurement requests approval of a one-year contract extension with Office 360. Ms. Bree.
Good morning, Bree Roberts, Department of Procurement with offices on the 7th floor of this building. Before you today is a one-year contract extension for our office supplies through Office 360. This is an extension of a contract number 11-18, which was initially RFP number 0317, executed by Region 14 Education Service Center in Abilene, Texas. Through the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance and CPA. As another public agency, we have the opportunity to continue to piggyback off of this master contract. And this is once again a one-year extension. Any questions? I would be happy to answer them.
Are there in fact any questions or comments or a motion?
There's a motion to approve this one-year contract extension.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Bree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to infrastructure planning and growth, request approval of a bid request for miscellaneous resurfacing rehabilitation on various roads in districts 1, 2, and 3. Sky.
Sky Metters, Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth, offices on the 7th and 11th floor of this building. First, I have before you a request to advertise notice to bidders for Project R&S 92101-S, miscellaneous resurfacing rehabilitation on various roads in District 1, 2, and 3. And what this is our annual subdivision package where we go into the subdivisions and rehabilitate some of those roads. This project is set to be noticed June 4th and June 11th with bids opening on June 22nd. Request your approval.
Questions or comments?
Do we have the finalized list of what roads yet? Or you?
I do have that and I can provide you with that. And that list is subject to change based on what the costs come in for our mainline paving project. But I can get you that list. I'll email it to you today.
Okay. I think it'd be good to put out to the public.
Yeah.
So
I'll do that.
thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
A motion to authorize this advertisement of this bid request.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. And then finally, request approval of bid request for a 1 up to 5 tandem axle dump truck with plow equipment.
Once again, a request to advertise this notice to bidders for the purchasing of 1 up to 5 tandem axle dump trucks with plow equipment for our highway department. This will be posted June 4th and June 11th with bids opening on June 22nd.
Any questions or comments?
Yes, I do. How many then will we have after this purchase?
I would love to say 5, but it will depend on what they come in at. We'll definitely have at least 1, we hope, but 1 up to 5. Oh, how many total trucks in the
Right.
fleet? I don't know that number offhand. I'd have to get that from the highway
We have
department.
enough?
We have a lot of trucks. A lot of them are very dated. The last time we were able, I just asked Jessica this earlier, the last time we were able to purchase trucks was 2016. So
Probably no.
We
pro-
we-
pro-
A few years ago.
we often
Gotcha.
don't have enough
Yeah.
trucks. but
Yeah.
we
Right.
Get by with what
Thank
we
you,
have.
sir. I have no further questions at this time.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
A motion to approve the authorization of this bid advertisement.
Second.
Motion is second. Of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Sky.
Yep, thank you.
Moving to old business, we have none. Public comment. Mr. Patel.
Haj Patel, with St. Joseph Health System, the Director of Marketing, Communications, and Advocacy. The address is 7070 Cedar Street, Suite 320, South Bend, Indiana, 46617. I just want to thank the county commissioners and all three commissioners and your attorney, Jamie Woods, for all your help and collaboration between the county and the county fairgrounds and St. Joseph Health System in terms of testing people within St. Joseph County from December 8th through June 23rd. Thus far, we have been able to test 5,787 residents in the county. And from that number, 968 of the people that visited that site that were tested ended up testing positive for COVID. So the investment that the county made to help protect our citizens certainly has yielded some positive results. Our current health system, we probably have, I think, roughly about 12 or 14 people that we're treating for COVID. Those numbers are significantly down. Previously, they were, for whatever reason, just hung up in the 20s, bouncing around in that range. So things look promising. And the other thing we want to mention is on June 5th, we're going to be closing our 2 testing sites. One is in Marshall County at the hospital, or vaccine sites. One is in at the hospital there, but then in Mishawaka as well. I know some of you may have been vaccinated at the Mishawaka location. That is going to be shuttered. However, we have 11 different sites within St. Joseph County where we're going to be vaccinating individuals. So instead of having two centralized locations in 2 counties, we're going to have it expanded. And in particular with St. Joseph County, there will be 11 locations. And just to give you a number of the folks that have already been vaccinated since I think it was about December 18th, we've vaccinated 63,000 people between Marshall County and St. Joseph County. So again, we really appreciate the collaborative partnership that we've had with the county and with the fairgrounds. And without your support, we would not have been able to do this. We've also communicated this to the public so that they know where they can get tested and also where they can get vaccinated within our county. Thank you very much for your support, and we look forward to working with you in the future as well.
Thank you, Hodge. And also, is the testing site at the 4-H Fairgrounds, when will that be ending?
Sure. Great. So June 23rd would be the last day to see patients. I believe we close that operation at 1 p.m. We would then spend the remainder of the 23rd, 24th, and 25th to get that space back into the county fairgrounds hands. So we have a couple of garage stalls, carports, and a bunch of equipment within the building and outside of the building that we need to pack up and remove. So that way the fairgrounds can get ready for the 4-H fair, which is starting in 1st of July, I believe. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Hodge, for the update. And also, this was a great example of everyone coming together from in partnership between the fairgrounds, St. Joe Health Systems, and the county to address a glaring need that we had. So I appreciate everything that St. Joe Health Systems did to accommodate the need here in St. Joseph County.
Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Yes, Dan Caruso, 305 Compton Street, New Carlisle, Indiana. Good morning, commissioners and all present. I just want to comment on the conversation about the proposed solar farm north of 20 up to Darden Road. I really love the idea of the solar, less intrusive than the industrial and logistics development that has been talked about in recent years for our area. It really is nice to hear something like that. However, if it involves creating a new TIF district or extending the existing TIF district to get that accomplished, to bring something like that here, and it's only going to produce 1 to 3 permanent jobs, eliminating how many field jobs, how many farm jobs along the way. I would suggest then that Project Honeysuckle, RES, take their product elsewhere. We don't need more money pulled off of our tax rolls, or more property pulled off of our tax rolls, and then I have to make it up with my property tax. Thank you all, and everybody be safe.
Thank you, Dan. Any other public comments? All right, as a reminder, for those folks, St. Joe County leaf pickup, the website is experiencing some issues. So we're recommending there's a number, and I don't have that number in front of me, but I've been notified though, instead of the phone tree that had been existed, they've transferred that, so the number will go directly to the call center. So if you have that number, you should be able to get more immediate attention. And also, if you go to sjcindiana.com, the St. Joe County main webpage, on the very front there is a place you can go. You can enter your information, and we are once again guaranteeing anyone who signs up today, regardless of the time, will receive the early bird rate of $99, even if it's more than the $3,000 initially proposed. So we apologize for all those issues. All right. If there are no more public comments, a motion to recess is in order.
So moved.
Second that.
We have a motion to second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Tough luck. We are recessed.